Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and today I'm going to show you a set, one of my sets. And as you know, my last video I showed the 1973 set, and I said I was going to show the 1974 set, and what I did was when I went out to pull the sets, I pulled out, my 70 sets. I looked at the 74 and then I looked at the 75 and I said, I got to do the 75 set because 75 set is my second favorite set of the 70s. And I'm skipping the 74 for now. I'll show it to you next time. And I'm going to go straight to show you the 1975 set. I just love this set. This is my second favorite set from the 70s. And it is one of the best sets of the 70s. It's got great rookie cards. It's got special cards. And the thing with these cards is the border, because it is so difficult to get these cards in such good condition, they've become more highly collectible than ever now. And, this is the year, this set, again, it's a standard size cards, and it contains 660 cards total. And it's really one of the few times that they did the first card and the last card of the same player, and that was of Hank Aaron. So I'm not going to show Hank Aaron now. I'm going to show that in a little while. These are the two main rookie cards in that set. This set, I put it together many years ago, all hand collated set back in 1975. But you're going to see they're in great condition considering, that they're so old, and it's really, really tough. There's a lot of articles written about this set, and I'm going to read some excerpts from an article that was written back in 2000 by Joe Orlando from PSA. And it says the 75 cards are fairly tough for an issue that is not considered that old by collector standards. The multicolored borders, with the top half differing from the bottom half, is the first obstacle. Many of the cards have dark colored borders that surround the entire card. The slightest fray and chip will be immediately apparent to the viewer. In fact, the colored borders can make the edges look even worse than they really are. So these are some of the issues with this. Again, in those days, they didn't have the kind of quality control that they do today. And even today's standards, they're not that great. And then it says, second of all, 1975, it says the last major obstacle is print defects. Because of the array of colors used on these cards, print tends to show up on the face of many of the examples. You also see typical black print spots from time to time. And when you have many cards with yellow borders, the print really jumps out at you. Print defects can really take away from the visual appeal of the card. So, I've graded some of my cards here, and you can see some of them. For example, here's a Jim Rice rookie card. And the card is beautifully, nice, beautifully centered. Everything is sharp about the corner. The corners are sharp, nice, everything. But it's a 6 because of the print defects. You see the print defects here, here, here. So some of the cards do have those print defects, and that detracts from them. Even my George Brett, I think it was downgraded a little bit to a 6 because it's not too bad. One rough corner there, but it's also got a print defects there. You see it there. But, the corners are still nice, and it's just, they're tough cards to get in that kind of condition. And, here's the Gary Carter rookie. And this one, of course, it's a little bit of my roughest cards, but again, it's full of the print defects here, see? Right on the top here. It's just full of them. And it's got, a few of them here. And even some of the print marks, you can't see them too good, but anyway, that one got a 4.5. So SGC will downgrade a lot for those print marks on those cards. And if you look at one without print marks, like my Keith Hernandez rookie, he got an 8. You see? Nice corners, Nice, and it has no print marks on it there. You can see it doesn't have any of those little fisheye. It's a clean card. So when you have a clean card like that, you can get the 8. So these cards have a lot of issues because of those things that, you know, the print defects that get developed in there. So finally, the other things that it has is that it also has some tilt. So sometimes you'll have centering issues, of course, are always bad, and then some of the cards will have a tilt issue. But the 75 has a great assortment of quality rookie cards. You know, it has the Robin Yount, the George Brett, Gary Carter. You know, it's got Carlton Fisk. As you can see, it has Fred Lynn, Keith Hernandez, and Jim Rice. You know, and then also it has early cards, you know, of Mike Schmidt and Dave Winfield, and some older superstars like Brooks Robinson, and of course the Hank Aaron, the first and the last card, the Frank Robinson, and also has Harmon Killebrew and Lou Brock, who you know, who retired recently after that. And then they also have some special cards, which I'll also show you, that have you know, Mickey Mantle, Roberto Clemente, and things like that. So just wanted to kind of give you a quick rundown on the set, show you some of the major stars that I got graded here. And then I'll show you the set. So what I've done, here's the set right here. And what I did yesterday is I put it all in sleeves. It was all raw with no sleeves. So last night, as I was listening to some of the live streams, I went ahead and put this in the whole set in a nice new box, all sleeved up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start showing you some of the set. And I'm going to start first, just going to show you, in this video, I'm going to show you these right in the front, which are the star cards, the Hall of Famers first. So I'm going to show you the Hall of Famers today, and then I'm going to do another video and show you the rest of the set. So I'm going to close up the box. Let me line up these guys. I can see them now. They're better off just flat. So I'll put these guys here as I show you the rest of the set. Squeeze everybody in there. So these are the graded ones that I have. And then the rest of it are ungraded. But before I show you the rest of the stars, there were two different issues of the 75s. And one of them was the minis. And those were a regional issue. They were testing them out. They were exactly the same as the regular cards, just smaller. And the packs are exactly the same, just small mini versions of it. They weren't accepted well. People didn't buy them. Remember, in those days, you didn't have really many places to store these brand new size of cards that they decided to create. So, you know, and they produce less. So these are a little bit rarer, but, you know, they're not as desirable as the regular issue cards. So let me show you the different sizes so you can see the size of these. See, it's just a little smaller card. Just it's bigger than a T205, I mean T206, but you know, it's kind of an odd in-between size. Topps was testing it, didn't really work out. But you'll find some of these cards also in the mini version and in the regular version. So I wanted to give you a look at what they look like in both of the versions. And the cards are the same, and they're all exactly the same. It's just one is a little smaller. Numbers are the same number, same set, same thing. They're exactly the same. So that's the mini version and the regular version. So I wanted to show you that also so you guys can see what that looks like. So let's move on. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the Hall of Famers that are in this 1975 set. And this is just a really beautiful set. Like I said, it's my second favorite set of the 70s. Got tons of Hall of Famers. And as I was going through my set, I looked at it and I said, wow, you know, you'll see how nice of a condition these cards are. And they're a lot nicer than I remembered them. Here's the number 1 card in the set. The number 1. And that's the Hank Aaron. And like I told you earlier, this was one of the few times that they put the same player as the first card and the last card of the set. Look at that. That card is beautiful. Slightly off-centered, but not even no chipping at all. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of flash through some of these. And the first cards in the set are the highlight cards. And these are the highlight cards. And that's the Loop Rock. This is the Bob Gibson. And they highlight what happened during the season. So you can see that this was Gibson throws his 3,000 strikeout. And the first few cards of the set have the Superstar Hall of Famers. See, here's number 4. Oops, I can't get that focused here. There you go. That's the number 4 card, and it's K-Line when he had his 3,000s hit. So I love these cards because of that, because it's got the highlights of what happened in the season. And like I said, this is just a great set. Tough to get in good condition, but thank God mine are in really, really nice shape. So that's K-Line. So all you Hall of Fame collectors, these are nice cards to get. Don't just get their main card, get the highlight card. And here's one of the best ones on the set is the Nolan Ryan. Fans 300 for the 3rd year in a row. It's a beautiful card of Nolan Ryan. So if you, you guys looking for something like, these are probably very inexpensive. I didn't even look at what the prices on these are right now. I do know that these cards in mint condition, and in the condition like a lot of mine are nice condition. Like this can fetch a lot of money. If they grade 9s, they can be very expensive. And that's the Raleigh fingers. Look at that mustache on Raleigh and the hair. And one of the things I looked at is I saw that even common cards, here's Dave Parker, Cobra, even common cards, there are common cards that graded a 10 that sold for like $5,000. Now this card is beautiful, you see. There is one issue with it, and the issue is it has a print mark right there, right under the A. Other than that, this card is just, it could possibly be a 9 or a 10. So anyway, that's the Dave Parker. And let's move on to the Burt Bly 11. Now I like that card in the dugout, blowing a bubble. This is a really beautiful set with the colors. And I like the colorful sets like this. And thank God these are in nice condition, because when they're in nice shape, they look so much better. Here's the Dusty Baker, because the chipping really detracts a lot. So, but it's really difficult to get them in good condition. Look at Dusty Baker there. And these are in nice shape. Let's move on to all these are Hall of Famers that I'm showing you. I'm going to show you all the Hall of Famers in the 1975 set. This is the Ron Santo. Here's another issue with the print marks, is this, that you get some black specks on some of the cards. So even though these are straight out of packs, that's just how they came. So that's the Ron Santo. Here's the one of the Hall of Famers, the Brooks Robinson. This one's got a little thing in the little corner there. And you can see any little thing on these cards, you could see it right away because of the coloring. But that's the Brooks Robinson, one of his last years. Here's the Fergie Jenkins pitching. There's an action shot. I like these action shots, and it has the facsimile autograph on them, and just the colors are 2 different colors, top to bottom. So that's what I like about these cards. And this is the Fergie Jenkins, beautiful condition here. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe how nice the condition of my cards were when I really looked at them. They were really, really nice. Look at that Dave Winfield. Beautiful Dave Winfield. Nicely centered, sharp corners. Has a tiny little print defects up here. But, you know, other than that, you know, these cards should grade pretty good. I didn't send these, I just sent a few of them to get graded. Here's another one of the big cards in the set, and that's the Mike Schmidt. Again, another sharp card, a little print, black mark, print defect there, but very small. And other than that, it's a beautiful card with the yellow and the green. And that's one of the first years of Mike Schmidt. Very serious guy. Here's Ted Simmons. Earlier card of Ted Simmons. This one's off-centered, top to bottom. And that's another issue of these cards, that you do get print defects, you get the off-centering. Mine, pretty good centering, other than that one. So let's take a look at some more. Here's Carlton Fisk. And this one I like because they put All-Star Catcher, but they put American League All-Star Catcher. And this is a beautiful card. A tiny little white leaf print mark there, but other than that, it's just gorgeous card. You can look at that. Here's another beautiful card, and this is Pops Willie Stargell. Looks like he's in batting practice, in the batting cage. Love his autograph there. These are nice, sharp cards. You know, when you get cards like this, sharp, in this year, it's not easy to find. Here comes a Steve Garvey, and the National League All-Star. Another beautiful one. Looks like it's maybe spring training back there. But nice picture of Steve Garvey. Nice card too. I mean, I'm telling you, I was so surprised that the cards were nice. Some of them had a little thing on, like this Bob Gibson, that had a thing on the corner there. But other than that, it was nice. That's just how they came out. And that's the Bob Gibson. Here comes another, all these are the Hall of Famers in the set, and a ton of Hall of Famers. I mean, I found a whole pile of them there, probably like 50 Hall of Famers or so in this set. That's the Steve Carlton, lefty. So an action shot there. Steve Carlton. Here comes another All-Star, National League All-Star, Joe Morgan. I think a lot of these look like they were spring training pictures. But nice photos, you know, a good variety. You have some that are action, some that are posed, and some portraits. So I like the combination. You know, definitely one of my favorite sets. And one of the best things I like about these sets, and I know Dylan Vint Double D Cards loves this, and that's these cards. The most valuable player cards from each year. And that's a subset in this set. And this is one of the top cards from that subset. And that's the Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, 1957. And here's the 1956 that has the Mickey Mantle also. That's Mickey Mantle's Triple Crown year. And these cards are super, look at that, not even one little nick on those corners. Beautiful cards. You know, I didn't realize how good condition these cards were until I really pulled them out and started sleeving them up last night. And they're just great shape. Here's the Willie Mays and Yogi Berra. So he's got a little, looks like a print mark up there. And you're gonna get that with this year. It's almost impossible to find cards that are perfect. Here's another Mickey Mantle, 1962 MVP. And what I like about that is that this one is, that Maury Wills card is not doesn't exist. He was an MVP, but Topps didn't make his card until later on. And here's another one of the 66 most valuable player, and this has the Frank Robinson and the Clemente. So this is a subset within the 75 set, and here's one with Reggie, 73 most valuable player with Reggie and Pete Rose. So let's move on to more of the Hall of Famers in the set. Here's Don Sutton. Nice color, kind of color match there, different colors. I love all the colors they put on there. And again, these are really tough to find them centered without print marks and without chipping. The chipping is really the worst. It just kills the look of the card. And this year is almost impossible to find without the chipping. And here's my Jim Hunter. Again, beautiful with the, this one has actually 2 shades of green, but it looks almost like one. But it's a nice color match because it goes with the green that he has. So another beautiful card there. Jim Catfish Hunter. And another picture here is Jim Cott. Hall of Famer, pitched for over 20 years. Here's one of my favorite cards of the set, and that's Johnny Bench. National League All-Star catcher, Johnny Bench. Again, it looks like it's a spring training picture back there. So there's Johnny Bench. Another one of my favorite cards here from the set, and that's Yastrzemski, Carl. There's Yaz. This one's nice, with no print defects at all, and a little bit, tiny bit, but beautiful corners on that Yaz. Beautifully centered. That should be a beauty to grade. That's Yaz. Here comes, not a Hall of Famer, but I pulled him out because Griffey Sr., he was a great player back in the day. So I pulled him out of the set. And I'm going to show you the entire set. Probably should have left Griffey in there and the rest of the commons, but I like him and he was a great player back then. Here's another great player, Reggie, with the orange and blue. And it's so hard to get them without the chipping in the corners there. They just, any little thing, even when I was putting them in the sleeves yesterday, I was trying to be so careful sleeving these things up because, I mean, just one little chip in the corner would just kill it. And these were actually, believe it or not, they were raw. They were in another box. And here's Carlton and Nolan. They were in a box, and they weren't even in penny sleeves. Here's the Pete Rose, and the Pete Rose unfortunately has a bad fisheye here. But it's a strong card. Nicely centered, sharp corners. That's Pete Rose, National League All-Star. Nice card there. Here comes one of my favorite players, and that's Tony Oliva. And that card is just beautiful. Look at him there, the batting pose, nice batting pose. He was designated hitter at this time. And what a hitter he was. I mean, this guy was just, you don't realize how good he was. See if I can get his stats on here. This thing doesn't want to focus on. Anyway, it says had a 3.08 lifetime average at that time, but he had some huge years, batting champ. Here's another great picture, Jim Palmer. This is a beautiful, clean card, beautifully centered, no print defects whatsoever, sharp corners, and an incredible picture, Jim Palmer. Great picture back in the day. Talk about great pictures, Tom Seaver. Another beautiful card. Here's Tom Seaver, 1975. It's got the orange and yellow. He signed it right up in the corner there. Here comes Luis Tiant. Look at that, an action shot. I like those action shot pictures with the fans in the background, kind of faded. And Tiant, great picture in his days. Won 20 games a few times. So let's move on to the rest of the Hall of Famers in this set, which are a ton of Hall of Famers, as you can see so far. Willie McCovey. It's a nice Willie McCovey card. And let's show you some of the World Series cards here. I only have one that I pulled out because it's the Reggie card. And I'll show you the rest when I show you the rest of the set in the next video. I'll show all the set. But this is what the World Series cards look like. Again, they're the two color, top and bottom. This is the Reggie card, game 1 of the World Series. And one of the big cards from this year is Nolan Ryan. And again, another beautiful card. Good, no print defects on that, just off-centered, left to right. But a beautiful card of Nolan Ryan. And, you know, this is one of the years that they just released all the cards in one series. So it's kind of harder to get the players because it's 660 cards. So when you bought the packs, you can get one of out of any of those. This is number 500. And they have a little cartoon in the back. It's not really a cartoon, it's more like a question. So yes, whose nickname was Choo Choo, and it was Clarence Coleman, Choo Choo Coleman. So that's the Nolan Ryan, and they have little questions in the back of the cards. Here comes another one of the top pitchers during those days, Gaylord Perry, another Hall of Famer. I'll show you what the team cards look like, and it's got Sparky Anderson. It's got the managers on there. I'll pull that out because it's got Sparky, Hall of Famer. So that's what the team cards look like. I kind of wish they would bring back team cards now. You know, it'd be nice to get a team card, let's say, of the Angels or the Padres with all those stars with, you know, with Shohei and with Mike Trout in one picture and the whole team. So it might be a good idea to bring back team cards, and that has Sparky. That's what they look like in 1975. And another one of the veteran players that retired recently after this was the Lou Brock. There's Lou Brock. These are some of the veteran superstars. Here's Billy Williams. Yeah, that one's full of the print marks and defects and stuff. Right out of the pack, even though it's got sharp corners and a beautifully centered card. Here's the Goose Gossage. Another one of the green cards. Get in nice condition. And you see, look how many superstars or how many Hall of Famers in this set. Here's another one, Tony Perez. Beautiful Tony Perez card there with the light blue and the yellow. Slightly off center, but super sharp. Another one of the aging superstars at the time was Frank Robinson. He was also a designated hitter at the time, and this one is off center, but still a beautiful card. He was designated hitter at the time. Very underrated, Frank Robinson. you don't have a Frank Robinson card, you get his rookie now, because I feel it probably should go up. Here's Tim McCarver. It's a nice Tim McCarver card there. I think Tim McCarver passed away a few days ago. Here's the Rod Carew, National League All-Star. You know, so I got him over here, but to show you, this is the one that was in my set, which is super nice. These I had gotten them also, because I had those. I want to show you those. So, and then near the end of the set, when you get back to the numbers of the numbers 600 and so, come on, this thing won't focus on me here. Anyway, when you get to the 600s, you get the rookies. And here's the Jim Rice rookie. I didn't get that graded, which I probably should. So that's the Jim Rice rookie. Here's the Fred Lynn rookie. And here's another, because I have some doubles. So here's another Keith Hernandez rookie. This one's just as nice as the one that graded an 8. Maybe this will even grade better. So that's the Keith Hernandez rookie. And let's see, we got a couple more. And this is Harmon Killebrew, one of his last years. He was a designated hitter and first baseman at the time. And a beautiful card. Those, you know, you're never gonna find it like this with no chipping at all. It's just really tough. And just the set, nice. And the last card of the set, just like the first card of the set, is Hank Aaron. And that's my Hank Aaron, which is number 660. So it's the last card of the set. It's got him here hitting 733 home runs. So that's the Hank Aaron, the last card in the set. It's got a little bit of a print marks there. But nice sharp card for being the last card, and it was the last card in my box there, and it wasn't even in a penny sleeve, it was raw. So anyway, I got all of these sleeved up now. I've got the whole set. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the whole set. Here, look at it, this is all Hall of Famers that I just showed you. So you can see that this set is really, really nice, really, really cool, and really has tons of Hall of Famers. So look at all the Hall of Famers that are in this set, guys. That's why, to me, it's my second favorite set of the 70s. And look how colorful it is, and that's why I love it so much. So I wanted to give you guys a look at all the Hall of Fame cards from 1975 set. And I'm going to show you in the next video the entire 1975 set that I didn't show you now, all the commons and stuff. So anyway, guys, it's been a long video. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And please subscribe to my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. I think you'll like all the stuff that you'll see. And any comments, of course, are always appreciated. Anything you think I should do to improve my channel, or improve my videos, let me know. Give me a shout out. So thank you, guys. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend. And check out my other videos. Thank you, guys. It's Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Have an awesome day.